Indeed, 'tis the season to rest and relax, and it's also the time of year where most people tend to overindulge, which could leave you feeling a little bit not so relaxed because of heartburn. And joining us this morning to help us avoid the heartburn this festive season, we have Mariska van Aswegen from Pharma Dymanics and also leigh-anne, our food consultant, to really help us out a little bit. Because ladies, good morning. First of all, welcome. So research has shown that roughly around 2.5 million people suffer from heartburn on a daily basis. So it's not only over the festive season. So it is a problem. But we are focusing now because I think, for people that don't overindulge are going to be overindulging. Mariska, what causes heartburn if we overindulge?
Basically, heartburn is caused by the sphincter muscle from your stomach into your esophagus relaxing and not being as tight as it used to be. So that causes a backwash of acid from your stomach into your esophagus, which causes the burning sensation. And anything that increases the pressure on the stomach can cause heartburn. So if you overindulge, if you eat too much, that will increase the pressure in the stomach and the acid reflux into the esophagus. But basically, also if you combine overeating with food that are known for causing heartburn, you've got a sure recipe for a not so nice, healthy or a festive season.
All right, well, we are going to talk about those foods, leigh-anne, so you're going to sort us out on that. But firstly, are there any preventative measures or treatments that we can take beforehand so that we don't get heartburn?
I'm glad you asked about preventative measures because prevention is better than cure, always. So firstly, try to have Christmas lunch in moderation. That's the first advice.
Eat those smaller meals, I guess.
Eat smaller meals, yes. But then also try to eliminate the foods that cause heartburn for you. And it's different for every individual. So the best advice is to eliminate all the all the foods that we know that cause heartburn from your diet, and then start to reintroduce them one by one until you find the culprit that does cause heartburn for you as an individual. Those can be tomatoes, acidic fruits, your citrus fruits like lemons and grapefruit, chocolates for some people, coffee, etc. So try to find out what it is that causes heartburn for you and try to avoid it as far as possible. But then if you can't avoid it over the festive season, which is difficult for most of us, there are treatment options available. Firstly, you get your antacids, which basically neutralize your stomach acids. These work fast, but they don't work for a long period of time. Your second option that's quite effective in more chronic treatment of heartburn is what we call proton pump inhibitors. They basically reduces the acid that's produced by the lining of your stomach. So they work very effectively. You do need a prescription for those, but you can get them over the counter for a shorter period of time of about 14 days. So do ask your pharmacist about PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, when it comes to treating heartburn.
All right. Well, this is a very big issue. I mean, we've been talking about overindulgence and heartburn over the course of the week as well, because it can really ruin your holiday experience because you do eat differently to what you would normally. Leigh-anne, ek sien 'n lekker soet patatjie vir jou van my gunsteling. Of course, the way in which you prepare food obviously plays a big role as well. So what advice could you give us over the festive season?
Yeah, I think to add to what Mariska has said, the important thing is that you must understand what are the foods that is problematic for your system, and also the combination of foods. So sometimes you can eat potatoes and it's fine, but if you boil them, it's one thing. If you deep fry them, it's a different scenario.
Yes.
So people tend to find a very rich food or something like a very heavy creamy sauce on vegetables or on a piece of meat aggravates it. So if you can rather steam or fry your food or oven roast like these potato wedges, so this is an alternative to a normal chip.
Yes.
That is very oily.
And there's nothing as good as a sweet potato chip,
no,
let me tell you.
I love a sweet potato for many reasons. It's really a healthy option. And if you season your food mildly, very spicy food tends to be problematic for some people as well. So, for instance, if you had roasted vegetables that was done in the oven with a little bit of avo or olive oil, and then instead of having that heavy cheese sauce over your broccoli or cauliflower, just pan fry the broccoli and cauliflower and maybe season it with fresh herbs instead of having that heavy sauce that aggravates the situation, because you are going to have meat and a glass of wine maybe and some pudding. And it's often those foods that is the indulging foods that tends to be problematic. Lots of sugar, lots of dairy, and then that combination, the one on top of the other.
That causes it. Now, ladies, thank you very much. Of course, we're not saying don't enjoy good food over the, we're just saying moderation, if you want to still have that really nice and relaxing holiday period this festive season. Well, we are going to be still continuing with this topic, I'm sure, because it really is a big topic, but there's still lots more happening on your Feel Good show this morning. Graham's got your details.
Join Pharma Dymanics' circle of trust and save up to 50% on your medicine. Pharma Dymanics, effective, affordable healthcare.